Hello everyone, I'm Lena. I'm so happy that in December I participated in the Miscarriage Awareness Reshaping course. Actually, I've always been very interested in courses related to body, mind, and spirit. Well, before this, I'd always seen Miscarriage on Facebook introducing the course and such. And I was interested, but I thought, I've already learned a lot and I probably know what it's about. However, I saw one of my friends, Alice, like the teacher's fan page. Well, because I don't see it all the time after a while, I finally had tea and chatted with Alice. I was curious and asked, have you also attended the teacher's course or something like that? Of course, we all highly respect intellectual property, so I didn't disclose any content. I just asked, well, what's different? Then, interestingly, she said, let me give you an exercise to try out. So, try this before going to sleep, or when you're half awake, try counting down from 100 to 0. Then see if you find it difficult or not, and think about what challenges or issues arise. This requires practice. You need to improve your concentration. If you can do it for 7 consecutive days, then of course I went back to try it, but I found it wasn't working. I wondered why it seemed like it wasn't working several times, so I tried again out of frustration. Finally, after a few days, I managed to do this exercise consecutively, and then I found it quite interesting. I think, regardless of whether it's because I myself in my daily life do trading and such, well, whether it's trading or attending classes, the focus is there. In that regard, it's always high, and then I feel, well, it's quite interesting. I see that Miss Carey often talks about it throughout the semester, meaning there's always a combination, a fresh mindset, but in a very scientific way. Because actually, maybe I myself am a Taurus. I'm very practical, a rational type. Regarding this, I feel somewhat interested. And also, I've reminded myself about the time, and I can attend the class as well. I was introduced to Alice, who is the assistant to the teacher, to have a chat. As we started talking, I already felt, wow, this is interesting. Just from a few words, I asked her a bit about the subconscious. She was very good at sharing with me, and I felt it's like I was in a state of semi-understanding, and she helped clarify things for me. It was as if she helped me lift the veil on the subconscious, making things a bit clearer. So I decided to attend the class and pay the fee. That night, I ended up winning the course fee back, which was like a stroke of luck. I was so happy, but Sai, to be honest with you, after buying the course, at that time I also made another decision, which was that I wanted to move back to the mainland to live. Actually, I had only been to that place twice, but I really liked it. It was a thoughtful and tense time. After signing up for the course, I suddenly felt everything was ready because my friend had a house and said, oh, my tenant has left and I've renovated the place. You can try living there. It was great. So I tried living there and ended up really liking the place. I felt very comfortable. During these few months, I was like an ant moving house, Hone, to be honest. I wasn't exactly keeping up with the course very closely. But during these months, I was trading and felt very happy. It was as if I had made $1 million. I felt, hey, it's quite good. I only occasionally participated in group coaching, did some interest rate restructuring, which was quite interesting. Then I got motivated and revisited the course, really putting my heart into it. Taking notes and observing the process, but I realized, hey, it's really different from what I knew before. The teacher often talked about what epigenetics is like. The teacher's explanation, I can really accept it. Like, for example, DNA, I really resemble my parents, right? That's truly inheritance. For instance, if you have some hereditary disease from your ancestors, that's really inheritance. It turns out that consciousness can also be inherited. I personally believe in the subconscious, so I can really accept this. As for the course, I feel that after taking this course, not only has my frequency changed, but it's like I paid a price and got a psychology course. I can understand it because if you really asked me to take a course like this, I might not understand it. But with Carey's teaching style, I can understand it very well and it really sticks in my mind. Sometimes, when I chat with friends and talk about it, they also find it quite reasonable and interesting. So, I feel that this course has brought me a lot. It has broadened my knowledge or brought about changes, and Miss Carey is really great. Whenever I have any questions, I can contact her directly and she will answer them for us. For example, recently something quite amazing happened to me. I'm from the mainland and I have always been able to attend the lecture hall to listen to the courses. Why, all of a sudden I couldn't. I understand very well that this is not an issue with the instructor. So I went to ask the teacher and I didn't expect it. They actually answered me. They said, hey, I'm telling you, maybe it's a VPN issue. But the teacher said, no, I have VPN installed on all my computers. It might be a timing issue. Then they taught me how to communicate with the computer. All right, let's give it a try. After they explained, I really didn't do anything, didn't change any settings, and after a few days, it actually worked. Also, I never had any luck with lotteries. That's just how I felt. Of course, when I learned about mind and spirit inspiration, I would definitely go and program it. I've never tried winning a big prize. So who knew this time? When I participated in the event, at the booth where people were trying to win big prizes, I actually won 3 big prizes with this cup. I was originally thinking of spending money to buy it. Each one cost over $2,000, and I actually won 3 of them. People were taking pictures with me, and not only that, I kept winning in the other raffles and could go up to claim the big prize. I've never experienced that before. Winning the big prize was quite something. I think it's pretty interesting. Like, I used to just tell people how much I liked the V-Mix, but this V-Mix is really good. And also has a scientific aspect to it. It can be explained to me, and I understand the principle behind it. So for me, it's quite practical, because I'm a Taurus, and I like to think and use my brain. So this course that combines both aspects, and for me, I really like it. Also, the teacher is really good. Now, right from the start, they say, hey, focus on creating something. And you just focus on creating money. I really like money, so I find this course very enjoyable.
On a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is very dissatisfied and 10 is extremely satisfied, how would you rate this course and why?
Well, I would give it a 10 because, as I mentioned earlier, I feel like I'm learning a process similar to psychology. It's an epigenetics course, and even if I'm willing to spend money and time to learn, with my educational background, I might not necessarily understand it. But here, I completely understand, and if there's anything unclear, the teacher is very welcoming for us to ask questions. So I think this course is really worth it.
Who do you think is best suited to take the Consciousness from Numbers series of courses?
Well, I personally think that if someone really wants to change and believes in miracles happening to others, and they also want a miracle themselves. But on the other hand, if they think in their mind, well, this miracle, is it really for me? I think those people would be well suited for it.